Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I looked at the clock. It was 5:01. Good morning, everybody. Hope all is well. Let's get right to it. Today, we're going to talk about creating, demonstrating, automating, and earning. This is how you create your AI-powered digital assets for busy pros, just like you. All right, so we are live at 5, and we are still on this. We're on this for good, right? We want you to learn how to leverage your expertise with not just undeniable offers, but digital options and assets. There's a difference, and we'll discuss them going forward. So, this is a place, the live daily stream, where we show you and give you actionable strategies, trending insights, and profit producing tips to level up your business to the next level. Join us every weekday morning at 5 a.m. or somewhere thereabouts Eastern Standard Time for at least one profit producing task that you can do right now so you can see the results and start growing today. So, as in every video, episode, etc., we are powered by the four pillars of focus, consistency, relationships, and service. It's not enough to be focused and saying that you're focused for focus sake, but for understanding that it's about demonstrating power. And when you free up your time to focus on your craft, to focus what you are providing as a solution to your audience, your clients, buyers, customers, partners, etc., it is your duty to demonstrate power. It's your duty to demonstrate how you can best solve your audience's problems. Okay. And then when it comes to consistency, it's all about being able to know what to do, how to pull back if you need to, how to automate, delegate, or get rid of altogether. And when you become more consistent with those things like making decisions on the fly, things like, really turning it over to someone else to do, those things speak to the level of commitment, and it speaks to the level of discipline that you have as well. And you will be rewarded for consistency. That is not even a promise, it's just a fact. It is a byproduct of being consistent, that you're going to cash in, you're going to be paid, you're going to level up. It just goes with the territory. Next, you want to know about relationships. You want to build relationships. You want to learn how to become more of a conversationalist than a talker, right? Than a chatty patty. You want to converse. You want to engage. It's not just about speaking and liking and sharing. It's about having an even keel relationship, a transactional relationship, if you will, whether it's emotional, financial, or somewhere thereabout, right? So creating relationships is what it's all about. I worked for the company for years who penned the coin or coined the saying that the right relationship matters, right? So some of these relationships you're going to have to cut off, but that's not my task. It goes beyond my scope today. And next, it's about service. You ought to always come to the table either providing some sort of service, solution, a system that'll be able to help your fellow man, whether it's someone you're working with, a colleague, someone that's in trouble, or offering up those solutions in a consultation, whether it's coaching or consultation. And we are going to provide you with these three things. Actually, we start off with this slide because we want to come out swinging. We want to come out letting you know after you see this slide, you can't unsee this. You have three opportunities here for your past, your present, and your future to make money now, later, and peppered in all throughout. So we're giving you an affiliate that is automatic. You get in day one, you're ready to sell. Next thing, we give you something to really solidify what you're doing in terms of consistency, and that is a scheduling app. And you get the opportunity to use that for free for a couple of days. And then we have the Holy Grail, where we give you the software, you give you the system, we give you the support, those things that you need to level up your business, anchor down or hunker down, if you will, if you don't have a business as yet, so that we can take you out of overwhelm into abundance really, really quickly. Because when you have a support system, in addition to your sales system that's automated, and then you add AI on top of that, there's no sky, the sky is not even the limit, it's the bottom floor, right? And then on top of that, we're giving you another affiliate, because once you get in, you automatically become an affiliate and you can make your investment back as soon as you want to, as soon as your expertise calls for it and demands for it. So there, like, we can end right there and say, may the Lord watch between me and thee, and be done with it. But we're not going to do that. Right now, today, we're going to be focused on AI powered digital assets for busy pros like us. So, again, this week we've been honing in on the profit or passion profit. Wow, paradox. I actually know somebody named Profit Passion, which is crazy. Okay, all too often, people believe that they have to choose between their passion, what they really, really love to do, and financial success. But what if you could have both? I'm here to tell you that you can have both. Because if you align your passion with your strategy and then add to that, remember that thing, add to your faith, virtue, and virtue knowledge, and all that. If you keep adding, like, these tools that are out of this world, there's no way that you can make it, right? So, number one, there's no way you can't make it. Add a T on that thing. AI and automation, once you add to that, you can turn what excites you into not only a thriving business, but a scalable business outrageously fast. It goes very quick. It goes almost effortlessly. So let's continue to dismantle these myths and to explore real world success stories and unlock the blueprint for making passion pay for you. You got to make that personal, make it passionate, and make it profitable for you. So, how AI and automation can turn passion projects into scalable digital assets. Many creatives and corporate consultants, they struggle with balancing passion products or projects with income generating activities. AI and automation can help by streamlining repetitive tasks, enhancing content creation, and generating passive income through digital products like templates, courses, and automated services, which we've been talking about this whole time. Allow me to introduce myself. I am your brand broker and your digital marketing mentor of the AVA. And my name is Tanya Readers. Hope all is well. You know my background already. Screenshot this and keep it moving today, because my focus is you. Right now, everything about you, what your struggles are, what your qualms are, and I am here to let you know that the solution is for you to take the lessons, take what you've learned, take your experience and expertise, and leverage it with your brand, also with AI, automation, and agency. And you do not have to reinvent the wheel. You can repurpose copy. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Take what you already have, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Are you up early this morning? I'm a firecracker today. So, number one, work less and earn more. How does that sound? How is your comfort level with that? Work less and earn more. It doesn't mean be lazy. It means that you have to transform your thinking into, I need to turn this job into something that I love. I need to turn this work into play. I need to make this a game that I know I'm always going to win. You can do that with AI powered plans for passive aggressive cash flow. I need your passive inflow, your passive income to become passive aggressive cash. Can we talk about it? We can't talk about it at the church. Well, we don't. You can, but you don't. So this is the church right now. The church has to come to you. And this is the time when you talk about cash. If you can't talk about cash at work, where can you talk about it? So here we understand that sometimes, a lot of times, folks are overloaded with client work, and it leaves them little time for the passion projects that they really want to focus on, right? Because what happens when you focus on a passion project is you don't have time to worry about the money. You have to pour all of your energy into what the outcome is going to be for the said project, and it's not the money. Remember, I told you about the yellow brick road. These people were walking on the yellow brick road. How are you going to walk on streets of gold and not even think about it? That sounds like heaven to me. It's like, oh, it's just gold. Like, it's here. You want it, take it. There's an influx. You pick it up and you just create more. These people, they weren't interested in that because their focus was singular on what they needed. What they needed was the courage. What they needed was to get home. What they needed was, get all these bills out of my face. That's what they needed at the time, right? That was worth more than gold to them. So it's not about the money, even though it is. But you want to get that out of the way, the golden streets out of the way, so that you can focus on what your purpose is, what you're going to use, what your gifts are, what your talents are, so that you can be a solution for someone else. Your business, your invention, your offer and options can be made available to the masses, and it can be sold immediately, if not sooner. And AI with automation, it gives you the opportunity to do that while you repurpose content into sellable, scalable digital products. And this generates leads while you're not even at the wheel. I know I went into it, but I want you to understand that it really isn't about what you think it's about more than what it's about. What does it look like? It looks like a CorpCom consultant who uses AI to transcribe their workshops into ready-made courses, repurpose reports to premium templates, and automate lead generation. AI tools like ChatGPT, Descript, and Zapier, depending on what part of the country you're from, they transform their expertise into scalable digital product suites, creating recurring revenue while freeing up time for passion projects. And that's what you want to do. Gumroad creator Justin Welsh, he automates his expertise into digital assets, generating six figures in passive income through courses and templates, meaning he's not only the creator, he's a client of that which he has created, so that while his empire is empiring, he can continue to sell his wares online on a platform that he created, and he can benefit from it both as a founder and as a creator. Isn't that wonderful? So, what can you do? What can you create as a product that you've already benefited from? Most of us extol the virtues of what we have to offer because we've been using platforms to help us do it. For example, I'm coming to you live from Restreamio. I'm coming to you live from Canva. Why would I not shout them out when they are singularly responsible for what you visually see and hear before you? I'm simulcast on multiple platforms right now because I have AI software working for me straight from my browser. It's that simple. And once we realize how simple that is, we're on and popping. So, what the what? This is the section for what the what. And here are our trending topics. It's going to be more the same. Follow the money. But here's the thing, I want you to follow the money so that you can see the path and reverse engineer what you're seeing being played before you in the media, no matter what incarnation it takes. Some of us get our news straight from cable, others from streaming, others from other places, right? But I want to let you know when you follow the money and deconstruct what's happening, you can see what lies beneath is some sort of campaign. It's a campaign. It's a campaign. So we have laid before you before this with this red strike. You need to hone in on your marketing skills. I don't care whether it's social media. I don't care whether it's search. I don't care whether it's streaming. I don't care whether it's some level of advertising offline. You need to master this skill because if you make 0.00001% of 1.5 trillion, you're coming out smelling like roses, carnations, orchids, calla lilies, the whole daggone field. So, why should you do this? And what does this have to do with the trending topic? DEI has now turned into DIY. Do it your daggone self. I know I put too many, those are too many letters, but I'm telling you, it's time for you to do it your daggone self. It's time for you to diversify your cadre of expertise and experience and present yourself, your wares, your options to the world in the form of digital product. Digital products is another multi trillion business projected to exceed this amount as well. All right. So when you couple together those skills in an industry that has the same amount, if not more, projections in dollars and cents, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you need to get it together right now. And we're here to help you. We're here to empower you and impact you in such a way that your soul will shake when you move from beyond this 45 minutes or so that's left. All right. Empowerment begins when you take control of your financial future, not when you sit and you listen and watch what's going on the screen, but when you actually put it to work. The knowledge ain't going to apply itself. So, where are we going with this? Do you know that over 200,000 people took that deal? They took that buyout. So, what does that mean? It means everybody has a price. Everyone has a price, and I can all but guarantee how many of those people were not folks that have a pension. How many of those people were not folks who were there more than 20 years? How many of those folks you can tell very quickly there are people, these people had no dog in this fight. They had no dog in this fight whatsoever. Because what you value, you will fight for. What you stand on is what is going to keep you. It's going to keep you integral. It's going to keep you a man or a woman of integrity, of character, of respect. You're worthy of respect. They may not like you, but they won't have no choice but to respect you. So, what do we mean by 200,000 people who took that deal? Well, when you look at the number, it seems like a lot of people, and it absolutely is, because if you had 200,000 people watching us, that would be great, right? But what we're saying is, in the bigger scope of things, this is anywhere between 5 and 10, well, really 8 and 10% of that entire workforce. So what does that mean? That means that there are upwards of 95% of the folks that are like, you can play if you want to, but you're not going to play with us. So what's going to happen is somebody's getting ready to go bankrupt. Because if you're willing to take a buyout, it's like, well, if I take the buyout, then what's going to happen to the rest of the people? But the folks who took the 200K weren't thinking about the others, because there are a faction of people who during the pandemic, they actually held out and they allowed themselves to be fired. They all got together, put together a class action suit, and guess what? Each one of those people got millions of dollars because they were wrongfully fired. So I need you to look at this and understand there are people who have a price on their head. They can be bought. And then there are people who know the true cost of things. Don't at me. I said what I said and I meant what I said. Everyone has a number, but what does that number represent? Does it represent freedom or does it represent something else? So you have to realize that every offer that's put in front of you and every offer that you put out, you better make sure it's a good one because they're not all good. Make sure the options that you offer people are to benefit them and not solely yourself. This is a totally selfish act that's going on right now. And last but not least, AI and automation for freeing up time. I'm bringing it back on you. Corporate consultants and creatives, they often find themselves being buried also under administrative tasks, client communication, and content creation. And this also eats up a lot of their time. But when you add AI and automation tools, this can take over repetitive processes like scheduling, content repurposing, and lead generation. Doing what? Freeing up your time for high value work and personal projects. Okay. All work is important. I don't want to diminish, administrative tasks because if you don't get the administrative task done, it doesn't seem like it's so little, does it? So everyone has their part to play. There are cogs in the wheel. And when one goes missing, you feel it, you know it. If three go missing, you're going to have a bumpy ride. So you want to deploy these tools of technology that are here for us to take advantage of. So this would look like someone who is automating their content repurposing. They're using AI to transcribe their talks into blogs, convert into presentations, into video content, and schedule social media posts. I'm going to give you an example of this, even though there's one here. I know someone for a fact, and it was so comical to me. It was actually a sermon I was watching. Was it a sermon or a series? I think it was a series. But I remember implicitly hearing exact phrases and exact words because in some instances I am one of these people that has a photographic memory. And I bought the person's book and I just started laughing because I was like, did this person just transcribe this series and turn it into a best-selling book? It was amazing. I recall, like, as I'm reading it, I said, wait a minute, I heard this before. So I went back to the video verbatim. You can do the same thing. We've been had hoodwinked, run amok, taught asunder. So you people out there, look, you preachers out there, I don't even want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear anything about what you don't have. If you have a sermon, you have a book. If you have a series, you got a series of books. Don't play with me. You got a class, you got a workshop. What are you talking about? You better go to ChatGPT and find out about subscription services, transcription services. You don't even need to hire anybody except an editor if you don't feel like sitting down and editing your own work. Come on. You went to college, you wrote dissertations, and then found out that the professor wrote a best selling book based on what you gave them. Come on now. So if you sitting here saying to me that you don't have a digital product, I'm just here to let you know. Fix your language and say, no, I just haven't been looking because I have it. It's on my desktop, it's on my laptop. And the way some of you function on these phones, you have lookbooks, you have walkthroughs, you have guides, you have templates that are waiting to be created from pictures that you have taken, places that you have gone. Come on. Knock it off. I have an uncle, my we call him uncle. I have an uncle who took pictures, and this is a true story. Took pictures of Vice President Kamala Harris when she was she was in South Carolina at this church, and the photographer gave the images to the church, and he wanted the rest of he wanted some of the pictures back, and the church told him we can't give it back to you because we've already licensed them. This is what happens when you give your power away. This is what happens when you're not on top of things because you're so emotional about what you're doing, thinking that you're doing someone service, and then the church comes back and they look at you like who done it. You have a product, people. You have something that the world wants. Don't get got. And if you think you're stuck from ideation to execution, we've got you covered. You can join us on the other side of this, or by signing up with our Zillionaires community of AI and automation impresarios, or you can simply join us every morning at 5 a.m. each and every weekday so that we can walk you through the process of not getting got. This is a no excuses zone. We only have abundant options that are here. Options for lucrative, outstanding offers. That's all we have time for. We don't have excuses. We are from the adage of we are not the F around crew. You're not going to play with us. You're not going to toy with us because we understand that excellence is not a skill. It's a choice. It's a choice, right? And that's what we're about right here. We're about giving you choice. It's not about the yellow brick road. Just remember that. I'm so hooked on that right now because they weren't even thinking about the yellow brick road. All they knew was that the yellow brick road was going to get them from point A to point B. That's the whole point. The yellow brick road is only going to get you from point A to point B. So if your bricks are looking like Georgia red mud, perhaps you're on the wrong path, girl. Perhaps you're on the wrong man. So let's talk about Zillionaires. Zillionaires is an AI automation community. And what they do is they give you everything all in one place. It is not a system. When I say it's a system, I feel bad now because it's not a system. It is an ecosystem. It is where everything and then some that you need is all in one place at one time. And all of us, if you know that you do a lot of work, you have a lot of projects that you're working on, one of the things that you do when you're starting is you put together a structure so that you know where to find everything. That is what Zillionaires is all about. It's about putting, I think it's up to like 35, 36 applications now that are AI automation based into that community that you can put your hands on and work on your projects one by one and know what's going on with your business and with your brand. Some of the things that you can put together is just what you see flashing before you right now. You're able to pull all your images together, all your ideas together, whether it's a presentation, a slide deck, a marketing proposal. You can brand by AI. All of those things you can find in one place and represent them best to your company or to the folks that you want to do business with. We're going to have some examples later on. So this is our halfway point where I'll let you know. Listen, we are live and we are on the air half past the hour. And I started actually late, so I'm on time. There's levels to support, and this is where we get you, or we implore you, or we impress upon you the importance of engaging, joining, and donating. You don't have to do all three. Perhaps if you want to go above and beyond, you can do if you'd like. But if you do anything, we want you first to engage with the content, to like, share, subscribe, connect, and even comment. Watch how you talk to me. Watch how you talk to us. because I got a mean block ministry. Don't play with me. So do what you can to help us move the algorithm. Help the algorithm push our work out so that someone that you know or maybe don't know can take advantage of this information, use it, and see the results that they're going to get. We want to say thank you so much for you all getting us to our goal on YouTube, but now we want to double that. So go over to YouTube and make sure that you subscribe because I have been known to pull up with some diamonds that you can use in your business. All right. So today, this is your profit producing task. I want you to automate your expertise into a sellable digital asset. Oh, it doesn't say a, it says sellable digital assets. It's plural. So today, we're not playing games. You're going to create more than one digital asset, and I'm going to show you how simple that is. How do you do that? Number one, you use AI tools. Number two, you set up an automated sales funnel. Number three, you market using AI driven content, repurposing, right? For example, repurpose IO. Or what you can do is go to a Canva. You can create some images. You can create some lines or memes or blurbs of information that your clients or customers can appreciate. You can automate that, and then you can resize all of those images, put it into a scheduling software, and be on your merry way. Hit the button, because it's not really about gathering the information together. It's about putting it together, putting it on the right place at the right time, and showing up where your audience is. And so you're going to have to use these tools one way, shape, or form when you're online, because that's the nature of being online. Like, that's the nature of being online. And the next frontier is actually running ads, but we don't want to give that to you. We don't want to give that to you right now because we want to get you into the mode of creating a digital asset every single day. Every single day. We want you to create a digital product. If you have a conversation with someone and an idea is sparked out of that conversation, you might write it down as a sentence, but that one sentence can be turned into an 11-minute talk. If that 11-minute talk is powerful enough to go viral, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need TED Talk. I said that. But if perhaps you do, you'll be over on an even more global of an impact, or you can go even more viral because now you have the credibility of an organization that's known for putting folks in front of other folks who need their solutions. You see what I mean? So, your profit booster is just as it always is. Think about how you can bundle your digital product into premium price offers and integrate upsells for higher revenue. It's all about taking what you have and coupling it with something that is going to sweeten the pot for your audience. That's the way you create a buzz. That's the way you create products that are practical, that it'll hit more and it'll hit into a deeper space and place with your clients and your customers and those that are looking after you. All right. So for those of you who've got to go, I'm going to do this very quickly for you. What this looks like is a corporate consultant who automates their expertise into a digital product suite. And what they're doing is they're offering AI generated templates, an online course, and a membership community. By leveraging the tech for content repurposing, lead nurturing, and sales automation, they now create a hands off revenue stream. Can somebody say passive aggressive income? Put it down in the chat, hashtag it, star it. I don't care what you want to do, but you have to know how to create this. It's not enough to know how to build a digital product. You need to have the system that's going to move it, whether you are at the wheel or not. So what does this look like? They're pricing their course at $297. Yours can be more or less depending on what your comfort level is, right? And your level of expertise. Next, the templates they price at $49 a piece. And their membership is at $67 per month. Within 6 months, they enroll 300 members and they sell 500 templates, generating over $152,000 in, let's say it together, passive aggressive income while freeing up 20 hours of work per week. How does not tickle your fancy? How does that not make you feel? How does that not incentivize why you need to do this right now? Now, how do they get to 300 members? See, they wouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. This is by putting out content every single day on every platform that you exist on, right? And if you don't exist on it, sign up because most of them are free, all right? If you are going to be consumed, because listen, if you saw, what was it, the social network? No, it was something else. It's a Netflix show. If you, the social dilemma, thank you. But if you were to watch it, you know that if you're getting on a platform for free, then you are the one who's being commodified. You are the one who's being monetized, right? Meaning they get paid from you, right? So why don't you use that platform to monetize what you have to offer? It makes perfect sense. And guess what? It was built for you to do that. So, how do they enroll 300 members? By being on social streaming and on, what is it, social streaming and search, right? Now, if you're there every day, that's wonderful. But then the flip side of that is you want to start running ads. The flip side of that is you want to partner up with other folks who have been in the industry on the platforms a little bit longer so that you can pull from their celebrity. You can pull from their influence. You can pull from their experience. You can pull from them and you can even brainstorm with them and do what? Create more content. That's what MLK said. I know we're in February, but he said, I want us to be judged by the what of our character? Content. Could he really see the promised land was content? Content creator. And we're all content creators. If you ever exploded on someone who really needed to have it and you let off on that baby, that was content. Some places they call it tea, some places they call it a fierce read. It's content, baby. So, how did they get to these 300 members? How did they sell 500 templates, generating six figures in 6 months? Content, consistency, focus, relationships. Real or imagined? How many times you go online and you really think that you know these people that are online? Real or imagined? You think just because we share stories and someone shares their stories with you and you know them? Child cheese. So that's what it's all about. It's about creating, learning, automating, and then what you want to do is you want to scale it. You want to repeat this process. Once you nail this down, of course you because anytime you tell somebody, hey, how would you like to make double the amount you just made? Who's going to say no? And if you're saying no, then this ain't for you, B. If you're saying no, we are not in the same universe, not at all. So let me stop sharing this and I am going to show you what our what we are going to look like on the other end of this. So let me clean this up because I want to walk you through how we do what we do. Lord have mercy, how do I get out? Lord have mercy, how do I get out? I'm not going to end it. I'm just going to stop sharing. Here we go. All right, and then I'm going to share with you one more time. And I'm going to show you how we actually get to a space and a place Here we go. And I'm just going to show you my entire screen so you can see how we work. This is how we do it. You are getting very sleepy. All right, so we ended on this slide, but I wanted to show you about this. So here we are, and if you take notice on where look at my little blue cursor on the bottom, we are on slide 147. Excuse me, 447. See how I'm undermining my own work? So we're going to get down here. And remember, we were talking about slides, we were talking about templates. Well, since we've started, we have been building and building and building and building and building. All of these represent what could be webinars, what could be classes, what can be sold as templates themselves. Yeah, we can do all of that. Why? Because when we go and share, I'm going to show you how many ways this can be changed. This can be changed into a PDF that you can give away. You can actually print these on hard copies, turn this into a lookbook, start selling them wherever you go, uh, and you have real life interactions with folks like a workshop, a conference, etc., etc. You can turn it into a PowerPoint presentation if you have a workshop somewhere else. You can turn it into a video, and that's what we do every day when we go live. At the end of each live, it is now archived as a video that folks can watch later on. You can turn them into JPEGs or images and then upload them to another place. And the rest of these are images as well. You can upload them to places like SlideShare. What is SlideShare? Well, at once upon a time, they were related to LinkedIn. And what SlideShare does is it is an educational platform where you can put your video, not even your videos, but you can put your slides so that people can learn from you, right? So these are the slides, and it will look kind of crazy because they're purely ads based, and all of your slides will be here, and in between they'll have their ads running. What can people use with these slides? Well, they can download them. They can't edit them, but they can download them. That's the beauty of selling templates, because your templates are fully editable and folks really like something that they can use and they can actually update and then use for their own purposes. So you can put your slide deck here, and then from that same information, let me go back into this. How did we get to these templates? That's the main question. How did we get to these templates? Well, if you look over here to my notebook, see if I can open this up for you. This is actually an article. Excuse me. 1 second. Okay, this is actually an article. All right. This article was generated before anything else. Before I built the article, we had an outline that was generated. From that outline, we created the slides. Follow me? From that outline, we created the article. Well, why is the article important? The article is important because that's where all your information lives. So, why would I create an article? Because I need a vehicle to push people towards my product. I need a vehicle to push people towards, oh, I don't know, maybe the video that we used yesterday. So every other week we're doing this. And if you want to go ahead in the class and, oh, yeah, by the way, we are, yeah, that's what we're doing. So what happens is, if you want to go ahead of the class, you could just read the article. I don't necessarily tell you about the article, but I'm telling you about that today because that's how you create content. So I already told you how to create slides, what to do with the slides, where the slides came from, and how they came about, and how you can create this. right? So that's number three. What else can I do? Well, I can create a slide deck like this based on what I just taught, right? And why would I create something like this? Well, I might want to pitch what I'm doing to a business, to a brand, to an influencer that I might want to do business with. So I want to give them a visual representation of what I can offer them, what they can offer me, what we can offer each other if we are in alignment in terms of our business philosophy, our mission. Sometimes folks need to see it visually represented in some way, shape, or form before they'll even look at wanting to work with you. So there you go. This is a slide deck that you can use and you can present to businesses or brands. Well, how did I get here? I'm glad you asked. So, Zillionaires is the AI automation community that I told you about. And this is the software package of it. Oh, I have one more I wanted to tell you about. One more. So, where did I come up with our descriptions? Well, when I went into chat and I told them about the topics I wanted to talk about on this particular day, all I did was I took my topics. Where is it? I took the topics that I was talking about. This is a finished work, that's why. And it's not here because it doesn't go with this, but I take my two topics, I put it into my the GPT that I created so that it can also give me, once this is done, it will churn out what my YouTube description will look like. It'll be similar to this, and it will have all of the information that I want to share with the audience should they decide that they want to come in and take a part of what it is that we were talking about. Okay, so that's something else. So let's go back into the language that we use that's strewn throughout our what is it, our social media handles, and even when we go in to start running ads. Okay, so you want to look for magic hooks. What are lines that people will resonate with because I'm talking about this article and I'm talking about it from the sense of an article and a presentation. Because when we're running ads, the beauty of it is that the URL or the link that you're taking them to, whether it's an article, whether it's a video, whether it's this live presentation that we're doing right now, where are we? Right now, you can change them. You can change them in the middle of your ad campaign. I don't want to get you bogged down with that, but you need to see that far ahead. So right here, it'll tell you where do you want to, move this. It's always negative because people are drawn to negativity. Now, this is pure marketing, right? They draw to negativity, they draw to pain. They will run to gossip before they'll run to gospel. They just will. They just will. So you want to make it fear based because you want to target folks who need you, people who can't be without you. Remember the analogy of 911, never running ads, the emergency room, never running ads. That's what you want to be in your industry and in your field. So, what I put was here's the main fear. The fear is that they have no to low income. There are about 2 million people right now who are suffering through that you know about, and there are even more that you don't, right? So, find these people and what is the solution or the solution that your product resolves or a problem that your product solves. We have the software, we have the sales system, we have the support, we have the community that almost guarantees results from bringing them more clients to earning 75% commission. Yeah, you have to be, listen, here's the target audience. This is my target audience. You put in your own target audience. You may not be able to do it on LinkedIn, Facebook Insights anymore. That's ridiculous, but that's what it is. So you leave this at that, and then you get your hooks that are here, right? And what I love about this has recently been updated. It will show you clickability, likability, availability. So if you're kicking with gas, cooking with gas in all 90s, then this is what you want to use. This is what you want to use. This is what you want to use. This subject and these lines, these are one-liners that will be used, and it will be wonderful for our ad campaigns, because you want folks to click through to your link. The more people click through, those are the people that are going to see. That is the way you drive traffic. I didn't mean to go into all of that, but yet I did, because I'm showing you how we did this. So we can go into stopping ads. That is another application on the inside. I'm going to go to home to show you what the others are. But these are the images that you're going to see throughout the interweb soon. You've already seen this one. This one is in the ad. Okay, so we use these to generate images that we want, that will resonate with our clients and customers. We actually, or with our audience, we talked about the fires, because what was going on was here on the East Coast with the DEI folks being done away with, and then on the other coast, we had the California fires. And so we had those images that were generated from that. Here is someone receiving bad news about their job. So it's kind of intense. But as you see right here, if you know how to click a few buttons, you're going to see some things grow in your bank account. I'm not saying whether they're dinero, euro, etc., but you're going to see some changes. And the reason why I like this scroll stopping ads is because they make sure they bring the drama. They make sure they're going to stand out with the colors, everything. Oh, her nail polish is nice. I think I have that color, right? So these are images that you want to generate. All right. So let me go here. Oh, thank you. So here are the images that you have right here. Excuse me, the applications that are here. You have ads, you have logo makers, you have motion makers, not to be confused with AI movies. You have your image editor. You can write blogs in here, smart websites, ultra fast funnels. That's where you want to live, because you want to see exactly how the user experience is that you're going to create for your audience, right? From your ad to your landing page to your email sequences, text messaging sequences, et cetera, and your offers. There's something else here that I love as well. Here's a bonus generator, and you can use that as your upsells or to help you build out your bonuses that I ask you every single day to create for your offers as well. And then you have something here called a benefit stack, and that I use in combination with the webhooks, but this gets a little bit more deeper in terms of being verbal. Let's go right in here. Being verbal with what your offer is. Um, and this will help you to create your ads as well, or create your captions for your your social media handles. All right. And I think I went over this yesterday. So if you need bullet points about what to talk about, and I'm thinking about Harvey Weinstein, because he was quoted as saying to somebody, if you don't, they were on the air talking about a movie and they were bombing the interview, and he got on the phone with them and passed on a message. They said, if you don't speak about these bullet points, I am going to fire you and I will never work with you again. So this is Harvey Weinstein style. This is what this reminds me of. If you're interested in increasing revenue, saving time, lead generation, content creation, stress free scaling, financial security, fashion, efficient marketing, digital transformation, brand visibility, operational efficiency, customer engagement, business automation, competitive edge, creative innovation, passive income, e commerce growth, profit maximization, risk reduction, resource optimization, and goal achievement, yeah, you might want to try zillionaires. You see how that just sold itself? It actually sold itself. And if someone wanted to go into a conversation with you, guess what? You can take 3 or 4 of these topics and talk about them for 20 minutes. Talk about them for 20 minutes apiece. And there you have what? An hour long? An hour long presentation and demonstration of what your offer has to offer. I said, what your offer has to offer, right? So that's what this community is all about. And it helps you with doing the mundane things, and it helps you with the heavy lifting with that. You don't have to do this all on your own. You can have a platform that shows you exactly what you need to do, how to do it, and how to get it done effectively and efficiently. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've given you something that you can feel. I've given you something that you can talk about. I've given you something for you to ponder and not pontificate upon, but to make a decision. Today, it's about making the decision to move further, faster, and even better than you ever have before. So, whether you choose to, uh, go forward with doing things the way you have, that's your choice. But if you want to add to that AI, artificial intelligence, in a way that is really it's sensitive to the touch. Remember when they taught us how to type in school, like 100 years ago? You have people who can really go at 200 and 300 words a minute, and then you have touch typists, right? This is for entry level all the way into expertise level. So you have a product in the Zillionaires. I want to call them an academy because every time you go in, you're learning something new. But the beauty of it is they're growing every single day with the web applications. It's coming more and more intuitive. And at the same time, you're paying for this one time. You're paying for the entire suite one time. And if I were to say anything to you, it's to ask you a question. How many subscriptions do you have to AI automation tools that you don't even use? Mhm. So, why would you do that when you can cancel all of them, go to one place at one time where everything is, pay for it for once, once, one time, never have to pay for it again. And while the technology evolves, you're not paying anything except your time, right? While you know for a fact that the folks, your competition, they're paying upwards to two. Some people are paying upwards of 500 to $1,000 every single month for something that we're not charging $1,000 for upfront right now. So the choice is yours. So I thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you got something out of how we do what we do. I hope that you are inspired. And most of all, I pray that you are inspired into implementation, into doing something about it. I'll tell you 100 times, the knowledge ain't going to apply itself. It is not enough just to know anymore. It's not enough just to understand anymore. You have to put fire to your feet so that when folks see you, when they see you running around being happy, when they see you relaxed and being happy, they see you relaxed because they understand that you have mastered the art of doing far less, way more effectively, way more efficiently with excellence. So come on, engage with the content. Let us know how we did. Do what you need to do your assignments, do them well. If you have any questions, you can always DM me. I'm only a DM away. If you have questions, if you have comments, put them up in the chat. Put up your takeaways. What did you take away from today? What did you take away? Because guess what? If you took something away, then that means that you have been granted access to something that's so much bigger than you. And I want you to move in a space, in a place that you know you got it. You know you have it. Whatever your goals are, you've already exceeded them. Because by virtue of the fact that you can see where you want to go, you're light years ahead of folks that have no clue, that have no idea whatsoever. I'm here not to just to encourage you, but to engage you into moving into the power and the authority that you already have. So I thank you for your time. Love, love, love everything it is that you do. And after you're done, you better go ahead and you know what to do. Meet me at the switch. Let's go.